Hi, it's the Lipstick Gal. Thank you so much for watching today. Let me give you some updates on products I've been trying. Most of what I'm talking about today is going to be makeup, but I do have one skincare item, so I'm going to start with that. And this is it. This is the Eucerin Age Defense Hyaluronic Acid SPF 50 sunscreen. This is the one that's designed for face. I was using one this summer that's meant for the body and I was using it on my face, and I'll tell you, I don't have sensitive skin. I don't break out easily, and it worked fine for me. It was just a little bit more hydrating than I was needing on my face underneath makeup, especially in the sweatier months. And the person who recommended it to me said, you got the one for body, you need the one for face. So I went out and I picked this up at my local Walgreens. It was less than $20. Now, if you're thinking about price per ounce, this is a really great price. I think it was like $17.99 or $18.99, but you're getting 2.5 ounces. There are a lot of times that I will buy a tube of SPF and it'll be 1.7 ounces. There are some where I'm only getting like 1.34 ounces. And I like that I'm getting like double that amount here. I think that's fantastic. And I also think that it's so convenient to have something that I can just run down to the corner Walgreens and be like, yes. Or if I happen to be grocery shopping, my local grocery store carries Eucerin, so I can find this in multiple places, and I don't have to have it specially shipped to my door from a beauty retailer like Sephora or from a Korean website, because I do love me a Korean sunscreen, but sometimes it takes a minute to get here. One of my favorite aspects of this sunscreen is the pump. And the reason I say that is because a full pump will actually put out really close to 1/4 teaspoon. And I know because I'm measured, but this is the amount that I need for my full face. And sometimes I feel like, you know what? I have it going everywhere. I need just a little bit more. Sometimes I'll dab a little bit more on my hyperpigmentation spot. And my favorite thing about this is I can lightly squeeze and the whole pump doesn't depress and I get a full squirt. I can get out a measured amount. Love that so much. So I'm just going to rub this on the back of my hands now because that's enough for my face and neck, but I wanted to show you how much you get. But the one thing that I like about it is that it leaves my skin looking hydrated, but not white. Now remember, I wear the lightest or the second lightest shade in every foundation or concealer. So I don't know how this formula would look on somebody with a deeper skin tone than me. And I feel like sometimes like I'm the same color as a sheet of paper. I'm one of those people who's really fair. My lighting doesn't always show it here, but this works well on me. It's also very hydrating. The addition of the hyaluronic acid in here, and I think just the formulation in general, this is one of those products that in warmer months, this is, instead of putting on like a face cream and then this to kind of seal the deal, I'll put on hydrating toner, I will put on a serum, and then I'll put this on. And I feel like in the warmer months when it was like late August and September and the temperatures were still in the 80s and above here, if I put this on over the top of all of those things, plus like a layer of face cream, plus this, it was a little too much. So this is kind of a little more on the hydrating side than most other SPFs that I've used. This is going to be great in the winter time when I am adding more and more and more layers of hydration because it gets really cold where I live. And this is going to be nice knowing that even my SPF is going to give me that added hydration. The one downside for me is that this product somehow, you know, you wanting to get your eyelids underneath your eyes, I feel like it kind of creeps into those small lines around my face and ends up in my eyes, and it burns. It burns. So I have to be careful to get it close, but not too close. And if I have too many emollient layers and then I top it off with this, they all just kind of and go straight into my eye. And it's usually my left eye, and I'm crying all day because it's like, oh, it burns. So this is one of those that if you accidentally get into your eye, you're gonna know. And if I were to take the time to like flush my eye out, I'd be fine. But I'm like, I'm not starting from scratch. And I just kind of power through, and my eye slowly tears and like weeps all day long. But on the days that I don't get this in my eyeball, if I'm actually being careful and I'm, you know, watching what I'm doing and not just like slathering it everywhere, this is fantastic. I really have been liking this, and I like that I can just go downtown and pick it up. Love that about this. I picked up 3 of the new Lisa Eldridge Liquid Lurex. This is kind of like a cream eyeshadow formula. It comes in a tube with a doe foot applicator. I am wearing one of the shades today. I am wearing this shade here in Anais. You know what's interesting? All right, you can see that each one of these has a little pocket of air in there. And the reason that's kind of important to me is when you have as much makeup as I do, it takes a long time to finish anything. I have another one here that I use regularly. Look how much of this one I've used. I've used probably a third or more of it. And it's rare for me to finish anything, but the minute I start seeing like there's little, oh look, there's an air gap there. This one, I've used this one a lot. Like I've used this one a lot. This is probably my favorite out of all of them, but the reason I love this and have been reaching for it so much is like on a day like today when I want a pretty eye look, but I don't want to put too much effort into it. You take one of these, work one eye at a time, swipe a little bit on. You can either use your finger or you can use a brush, and you can rub it in, but I like to tap it in. I find that if I rub and it starts to dry and I'm still rubbing, sometimes I get some fallout. But if I'm tapping, I don't get it. Boom. Blended, shiny, gorgeous eyeshadow. I really love this formula. The one that I find that I use the most, I have 5 of these shades. This is one of the new ones that I picked up not that long ago. This is the shade Emily. This is the one that I reach for the most. And it has a really pretty mix of gold, but also some silver sparkle in there. And it looks absolutely stunning on the eye. The one that I'm wearing today, you can see it has some gold sparkle. It has a little bit of kind of like an olivey undertone to it. This is the shade Anais. I like this one a lot too. The one that really surprised me, I was like, I don't know why I'm buying this. This is probably gonna be too dark for me, and I love this. This is the shade Zora. So I use this one in a couple of ways. Sometimes I'll pull out like a really detailed eyeliner brush and I will create a wing with just this. Sometimes I will use it just as eyeliner with nothing else on my eye. I'll add eyeliner, mascara, and out the door. Sometimes I blend this out. Let me see if I can still blend it. Oh yes. And it is the most beautiful kind of like sparkly chocolate shade, and it has silver sparkle in there. I mean, these are so pretty. I love these, and they're super easy. Super easy. So these are like my no fuss, gotta go, but I want a little bit of sparkle on my lids. I know they're kind of expensive. What are they, $27 a piece? But they're worth it for me. And I know that not everyone's willing to spend that amount on a single eyeshadow. I love these little beauties. I reach for them all the time. Now, you don't need as many as I have. If there is one shade that you love, pick it up. It makes the easiest, fastest, out the door eye look. I love it. All right, let me tell you about something that I wanted to love with my whole heart. I was super excited for. I was rooting for the brand, and then it all went downhill quickly. And it's this. This is the new Unlipstick from Beauty Pie. I have, for the longest time, really loved Beauty Pie lip products. I have tried a lot of Beauty Pie lip products. I love their Wonder Gloss Collagen Lip Oil. This is the one lip product that I finish more frequently than anything else. I have multiple shades. I go through them. I repurchase like tube after tube after tube after tube. I like their Future lipstick in their matte formula. This is beautiful. They also have a velvet lip pencil that is also matte. Fabulous formula. I have their Luxe Shine Future lipstick, which is kind of a glossy, kind of nice and juicy looking lip. I love their lip liners, are really good. And this is just not the sort of product that I love, but they do have their Shine Up Lip Color Balm. This is a product that a lot of people like. It just doesn't work for me, but it's not a bad product. I'll just tell you that. So I've got a ton of Beauty Pie products. I feel like I've tried almost everything that they've offered. I even have a satin lipstick that they don't even make anymore. Like, I have tried all the lip products. So when Beauty Pie said they were coming out with new blurry matte lipsticks, I was like, oh, magic words. My heart went pitter pat. I was all aflutter, super, super, super excited. And I love that they were giving it to us in refillable packaging. I have been wanting more and more brands to do refillable packaging, and I love that. Okay, everything looked great. I like a hydrating formula. These are hydrating. I liked a soft, blurry, easy, low maintenance lip formula. That's what these are supposed to be. They came in 8 really pretty shades, and I picked up 4. And I will link the video for you here, as well as the description box down below, where I try them on. And when I get to the last shade, the bright red shade, guess what? She broke. She broke. I was like, oh, I couldn't believe it. And then 2 weeks later, I was doing a best and worst for October. And I was showing like, you know, I had a problem with one of the lipsticks. This is the one I've been using all month. And as I was swatching it, guess what else broke? I really wanted to love this because the description of it, kind of like a low maintenance, hydrating, soft, matte, blurry lip, like all of that sounds amazing to me. But the fact that 2 out of the 4 of them broke, it left a really bad taste in my mouth. And it's not that I mean, they're affordable. We're talking like they're not like a Christian Louboutin lipstick. They're not like a Dior lipstick, but the refills are $12 and the packaging is $8. If you get them together, it's $20. So I'm not ever going to recommend to you that you buy a $20 lipstick that breaks in about 2.5 weeks. I would never do that. I think it's kind of hard to believe that a brand who is forever testing and making new products, and I'm sure they have people in the research and development department who are literally testing things and getting samples to send to other people here, test these things for us, see how they go, that they wouldn't have discovered that this formula is very soft, is very fragile. Somebody mentioned in a comment to me that Marsha Kilgore, kind of like the head of Beauty Pie, was saying, well, only roll them up as far as you need. Don't roll them up too far. And I was like, what are we, 3? That to me, okay, yes, most of us already know that you only roll a lipstick up as far as you need to because that can happen. But I have 200 plus lip products in my collection and none of the rest of them have failed. And I've had 2 from this line that have. Now, none of the rest of my Beauty Pie lip products have ever broken on me. I've never had problems with anything else breaking. So I really feel like they missed an opportunity. Maybe they knew it was soft. Maybe they should have changed the packaging. Maybe they should have put it in slimline packaging. This is a very soft lipstick. This is one of the YSL Rouge Volupté lipsticks, but do you see how there's no room for this to wibble wobble back and forth? That's a major problem here because when you look inside each of these tubes, there is a lot of space between the lipstick and the edge of the tube. And if it's fragile, it's just gonna shift back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And that's what happens. And I feel like if the red one couldn't even withstand like a full application on the very first time I got it on 3/4 of my lips and it broke, that was not good. I was like, well, maybe it's just the red. Maybe it's this one, maybe it's just this color. I was using the other ones. I really liked the formula. I feel the formula is really nice, but when the second one broke on me, I'll just tell you from that point on, I literally have not reached for these. And I spent like $60+ getting these 4 lipsticks here. And it's such a shame. Now, when I told them I had the red one break, they sent me another one. But do you still hear that it's in here? I literally have not opened it. I have not wanted to use it. The minute the second one broke, it left a bad taste in my mouth. And I mentioned in a video where the second one breaks, and I'm showing it in my monthly favorites. I was like, if I like this one and what, it's broken too. I was so bummed. And I was like, I don't know, what should I do? And so many of you said you should let Beauty Pie know. And the truth is, I'm going to. I haven't done it yet. My goal is not to get them to replace it because I don't want them to send me stock again of another product that I'm not going to use because this one's not getting any use at all. The other ones that I've already paid for aren't getting any use at all. And my goal at this point is not even just to get my money back, but to let them know, hey, you've got a problem. Products are breaking. And I went through and I was reading reviews on the Beauty Pie website and a lot of people are mentioning broken lipsticks. And it's not just me. So I will reach out to them. I'll just say, so you know, this lipstick broke on me. I ordered 4 of them, 2 of them broke. You sent me a replacement. Don't send me a replacement. Just know this product isn't working. Are you going to reformulate? Are you going to repackage? How are you going to handle this? This is a product that I cannot recommend to you, even though I love so many Beauty Pie lipsticks. Like I literally have like a ton of other Beauty Pie products that are so good. And I feel like when they do it right, they do it right. But I feel like they really missed on this one. So skip the beauty pie on lipsticks. Last thing I wanted to update you on are some products from Lancome. These were all part of the holiday box for 2020. If you haven't seen that video, I'll link it for you here, as well as the description box down below. But it's their annual kind of gift set. It's a purchase with purchase. And some of these larger department store brands are really famous for their purchase with purchase. The idea is you make a purchase of a specific amount, and once you get past that initial payment threshold, you have the ability to add this set on for an additional amount of money. This set retails for $75, and normally you would pay $42 and then an extra $75 for this set. I was able to get it on the Lancome website. I'm hoping you still can for the price of a mascara. And I always buy a Lancome Mr. Big mascara, so I bundled it with a Mr. Big, and I got it for $103. So the price of a mascara plus this set. Now, I'm only talking about the makeup today because I have so much open skincare. I'm not getting into that Lancome skincare until I need to. But I have been using the makeup. And the thing that I have been using the most, there were 4 pieces of makeup that came in this set, was this. This is the Idole mascara. It's the mascara I'm wearing today. It's a really good mascara. I feel like one of the things that Lancome does beautifully is mascara. I love every single one of them. Some of them I'm obsessed with. If you haven't had a chance to see it up close, this has a kind of slightly curved wand with those shorter, spikier rubber bristles. They're really great for separating lashes, for lengthening. I find that I don't get like a lot of, I get some volume, but I don't get like mega volume. Nothing gives me volume like Lancome's Mr. Big. That's my favorite, but the wand is different, the formula is different. It's a little gunkier, and I like that. But this is one of those that is so pretty for kind of light separated, lengthened lashes. I have really short, sparse, downward pointing lashes, and it takes the right formula to make my eyelashes look like they're there, much less like, wow. This one is actually a really great formula, and this is one that I have purchased 2 or 3 times. I'm really glad that the one they included in the set this year is one that I have already purchased on the regular. They also included one of their L'Absolu Rouge lipsticks. This is the shade French Tea. I love that this is not their regular gift packaging. A lot of times our color design lipsticks or other lipsticks will come in a really simplified plastic you pull off the lid. This is like the same sort of packaging that you get in one of their non-holiday gift ones. I mean, exactly the same. That made me so happy. I love that about it. This lipstick formula got a reformulation recently and a slight packaging update, but this shade in French Tea is a really pretty warm terracotta shade. This is really nice if you like warm lipsticks. I feel like this would suit a lot of skin tones. I really like this formula of cream lipstick because it's hydrating, it's comfortable. I feel like I get a good 4.5 to 5 hours of wear out of it. Now, it's not one of those that is not transferable. It will transfer to coffee cups, to water bottles. If you're eating, you might get some on your napkin. If you were to give somebody a kiss, you would leave a little lip print. It will move around, but I don't feel like it moves around on my face. I feel like it stays where I put it, and it leaves kind of like a light, comfortable layer of hydration over the top. And I don't mind reapplying lipstick. I know some people want to put it on at the beginning of the day and have it wear for 16 hours straight. I'm not that kind of gal, but this is one of those lipsticks that for your traditional bullet cream lipstick, it's actually really good. They also included one of their L'Absolu glosses. This is the shade Atelier Parisienne. I haven't been reaching for this as much. I think it's a good formula. I think it's nice. It is a little on the stickier side. And while it is a little bit stickier, it means that where you put it, it's gonna stay. I like that about it. I do feel like since it's a little thicker, a little slightly heavy-ish, I had problems with it kind of sinking into the corners of my mouth. And because it is kind of like a slightly milky shade, I could kind of see where I had excess product in the corner of my lips. And as I talked, it did just string just a little bit. That's one of the things I dislike the most about gloss formulas, but it wasn't the worst ever. So I have used it. It's just not the first like kind of glossy, peachy lipstick I'm reaching for. I think this adds value to the set and I like it. I just don't love it. This is one of the things that I wished maybe I just need to leave it on my counter and use it more. I have used this the least out of everything here. I've used the lip products a lot. I use mascara a lot. I've used these eyeshadows less than I had hoped to, even though they're super wearable. I feel like they're kind of unadventurous eyeshadows. And I feel like although the formulas are nice, they're a little bit soft. And I found that as I was applying them, they sometimes felt like they were kind of dusting away. It's been years since I've purchased Lancome eyeshadows, but I remember them not being quite this dusty. Maybe my memory is faulty, but that is one of those things that as I'm applying it, I always end up with fallout under my eye. And of course I could do my eyes first, but that's not how I usually do my makeup. So I have been kind of skipping this. I have been reaching for the face products in here. And you get two blushes, kind of like a cool tone pinky blush, almost a purpley blush, and a golden kind of peachy blush. And there's this highlight here, which to me is a little dark for my skin tone. I use it kind of like a blush topper, and this bronzer. I use the bronzer and the peachy blush the most. I have actually used this kind of shocking plummy shade here a couple of times. It's really pretty. It's not quite that intense. It does kind of soften out, and I think that this is nice. But I'll tell you, out of all the makeup items in that holiday gift set, this is the one I use the least. When it comes to the skincare, I haven't used them since that initial try on video because I already have things that are open I want to use up first. But I know for sure I like the Genifique serum. I used to buy that stuff all the time. I know it's great. I know my skin likes it. I like the Genifique eye. That is an eye cream I have purchased full price multiple times in the past. Happy to have. Same with the half-ounce face cream that comes in there. My favorite thing about it, love, 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 is what I call unicorn tears, is their Bifacil. It's their Biphase eye makeup remover that you give a little shake to, takes everything off, and I love that. That makes sure that all of my long wear Lancome mascaras, like this one, like the Monsieur Big, come off easy peasy, no problem. I really feel like I'm happy that I got the Lancome set this year. I know I'm gonna get into the skincare, and if the only thing that I'm not really using is this, I think I did really good. And it's not that I'm not using it, but I could see like come March, this isn't gonna be the thing that I'm reaching for the most. I will still be using this. I will have finished this by that point, and I'll probably still occasionally reach for this gloss. I feel like for me, the set made sense. The price was excellent, and I get so much use out of everything in there. It's been a long time since I've made a dedicated Lancome purchase, and I am, other than the mascara, and I'm glad that I did it this year. Hey, I would love to know what products you have been trying recently, what's been working really well for you, what sort of products are kind of maybe leaving you a little underwhelmed, or things that were just not good. Let me know in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for watching. Have an incredible day, and I will see you again soon.